He doesn't really have that many heroes that necessarily counter him.
No,
sometimes when I see him, I tend to think like maybe I want a 5 that can also push out waves, like a Wyvern or something, because I don't want to get beat in that regard.
I think ideally, just like somebody that can live in the lane. You got to think about these different pairings, even like Grimstroke, Lifestealer, stuff like that, where these ordinarily not so scary carries in the early levels have a lot more utility. Now Ember or Earth Spirit, going to be the first pick for Alliance.
Yeah, we assume that'll be for Hanskin, but honestly, right now, we don't really know. Lots of core Earth Spirits around.
Yeah.
Very hard hero to deal with. Super tanky, good itemization right now.
And now Magnus going to be picked up for NiP. They're going to go back for the Mag again.
No 10th pick this time, though, either. So we might see the pairing heroes a little bit earlier.
Speaks to how much they believe in this hero. Had a pretty rough game 1. And they'll still go back for it here.
Really? When I see him, I tend Soulbind to think and RP, though, they have a lot of push out waves, like a Wyvern like or something, because they don't want to get beat. Maybe we can get that support Darks here. Give that a try. I don't know if that was just staying in the vault or what.
Just like live in the lane. Core Earth these different pairings. What position? Like, is it off lane or is it mid?
I've seen 3, and I've seen all 3 actually. In terms of like even high tier pubs, it's made an appearance in all 3.
Not so scary carries in the early levels.
I think off lane's going to be the most common one for sure.
I'm sorry, going to be the first pick for
pro matches. We'll probably still see it as a 4 for the most part. We assume that'll be for Hanskin, but honestly, right now we don't really know.
Earth Spirit is back.
Lots of core Earth Spirits around. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Very hard hero to deal with. Super tanky, good itemization right now. He can self-eggs.
And now Magnus going to be picked up. Oh, yeah, that was a cool change. That actually makes his ag again.
No 10th.
A lot more interesting, I guess. It gives him survivability.
It's a bit of a fun one. I've seen it used in a couple of games. It's cute. It's kind of funny if you try and gank him and he just gets that 1 second, he's just kind of gone. He just stones himself and kicks himself.
Yeah. And also Magnetize was tweaked a little bit. It does a little less damage at level 1, but now it does more damage at level 2 and 20% more damage at level 3. So that does allow Earth Spirit to scale slightly better than before. So maybe adding some slight credence to the core. Yeah, got to ban some of these Magnus pairings. PA, Troll.
PA is also one of the better ones versus Veno, right? Because you have the blink and everything. Whereas if you try and go for some of these other heroes, they're still going to get bogged down by the Venomancer's poison. Rubik still comes to mind, but I don't think they want to go Rubik and Earth Spirit on the side of Alliance, but it is a really nice hero versus both Magnus and Grimstroke.
Like, who is the scariest core in terms of having both Inkswell and Empower?
I think it's Ricky.
Ricky's up there, like Ursa. Bloodseeker also sounds really scary.
I just think Ricky sounds like, again, like the Blink Strike from the PA. It can actually be mobile around Venomancer, and I think that's really important.
Yeah. We've seen that Ricky Grimstroke combo a lot. Like, that's the one support that makes Ricky feel worth picking.
Plus, Cleave with Tricks of the Trade sounds really good. There's also still Ember, though, right? Grimstroke, Ember, Magnus. That's a nice combo. Kind of bad versus both Earth Spirit and Veno in certain ways, but...
Ban the Anti-Mage again. And still like the Troll. Some of those other classics are in there. A lot of position 1s to choose from.
My initial assumption is that this is probably an S4 Veno with a possibility of it being for Limp or Nico Baby. But I feel like
Nico Baby.
I mean,
Nico Veno?
Again, possibility. It's the lowest possibility, but I could see it.
I gotcha.
But the purpose is probably picking a strong position 3 to give space to the 4, being the Earth Spirit, so that Hanskin can actually move around a lot. So I think they're pretty set in their lanes. I think banning Limp heroes is a very good idea. I think a Backstabber Initiator, like a tiny hero for Limp, or maybe an Ember for Limp, would be a good idea to ban here too, because they have first pick out of this phase. And as much as you might want Ember for NiP, I feel like it's like the perfect hero for Limp right now.
Yeah, he has played a lot of Tiny though. Isn't that one of his favorite heroes?
I think it might not be his most played, but it's definitely his favorite hero. I just think Ember looks really good here. Because they could even like Ember and then FNG Coddle or something. I guess Spectre kind of does the same thing, but from a hard carry role for Nico Baby, so that's fair.
Yeah. I think Spectre is one of the better carries this patch, just in general. She is very strong. Good at breaking blink daggers, stuff like that also.
Yeah, I still think Ricky's the ban here, though. I don't think it's... I mean, there's all the heroes we mentioned last time, like Troll and stuff, who, like, yeah, he has range, so he can actually kind of deal with Plague Wards. He's a little bit of a stronger laner, maybe, but...
Yeah, I guess since you have Veno, I probably wouldn't worry about Ursa so much. Like, Ricky's so mobile that he can play around the Veno slows. I'm having trouble thinking of something as scary as Ricky with all these buffs. They banned PL.
That's fine, too. Another decent hero versus Veno. So, do you pick FNG's hero, or do you worry that they might take the Ember and pick the Ember now? That would be my question. I feel like I would just take the Ember, and then I'm just going to take Wyvern probably anyway for FNG. Although I said the same thing last game. They didn't go Wyvern, but I think it's a good Wyvern game again.
It's still good against Magnus. I'd be pretty tempted to snag the Ember. There are some counter picks available. Morphling's been banned, but they could always grab like a Necro. There's certainly some heroes left in the pool that Ember would not enjoy laning against, and Alliance are going to think about it here. Burn in some reserve time. It's Bane.
Okay. The highest winning position 5 in Immortal Pubs, I believe, right now. Actually, I haven't checked today, but he was like 56% yesterday. Absolutely crushing it.
BKB piercing, great at trading on the lane, lockdown, the full package.
He's dropped a little. He's only 54.3%.
Only 54 at the highest level of play. Yeah, I'd call that significant. And now the Nature's Prophet, a hero that we've talked about a lot, have not seen him played. First pick in Dota Pit Europe 2020.
That's interesting with the Magnus too, though. So they're probably going to have a position 1 Prophet. That seems the most likely at this point. Can lane versus the Venomancer, right? It's like a ranged hero that can actually handle him. It's kind of cool.
With that, pretty quick pick on the Slark. Something that Nico Baby knows well. Certainly okay against the tanky Magnus. A very mobile core.
Now they've seen the Magnus and the Grimstroke, they feel comfortable picking their Nico Baby hero instead of their Limp hero. We talked about like the Ember and everything, but that makes sense that they opened with their off lane pretty early because it's probably Grimstroke and Mag together, although that could change. Could be like Nature's Prophet +1/+2 if the Mag's safe lane. But Nico Baby just has seen enough that he feels comfortable, and that means that the 10th pick now can flex between either a Limp hero or potentially an S4 hero if Limp really wants the Venom mid for some reason, but it's likely going to be a Limp hero last.
Does Limp play Prophet that much? Like, could it still be
No, I'm talking about
mid?
Veno.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad.
No, I think it's probably for Charlie on the... so they didn't ban the Ricky. They're going to get it.
Okay, but now it does look like it'll be mid-Prophet.
Yes, more than likely.
So Charlie, Ricky.
Yeah, Charlie, Ricky,
Supreme on the Prophet. Yeah, I said Limp earlier. I meant to say Supreme.
Yeah, for 9th pick heroes, like... Prophet's look good. I might ban like Kunkka still or something if I was Alliance. Like I would probably ban a mid hero just in case they 5 the Prophet. Because 5 Prophet can be kind of good versus Veno too, right? Like you can just
it's okay. I think 5 Prophet's good in general. So you get deep wards down.
And IP scales okay. Kunkka. Okay, fair enough. That would have been good.
And Ricky is good here for a couple of reasons. Like very nice against Bane. You have an interrupt against the channeling ult.
And he doesn't do anything to you if you're like no AoE follow-up or something after Tricks of the Trade or whatever.
And I like the nature of Ricky with Magnus in terms of RP and then Smoke Cloud so that you have some follow-up on top of it. Like a hero like Slark, for example, sometimes Ricky can counter him with the AoE silence, stop him from getting off the ultimate, stuff like that. Same with Earth Spirit. Like Ricky has options to try to set up those kills.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to this because the Ricky games have not been great that we've been casting and watching. But this looked really good, and they didn't ban it, and they got it. They got it fairly late. I mean,
if Ricky can't do well with Inkswell and Empower
and global presence, like
yeah, They are setting this hero up to succeed. So this will be a good a likeness test of where Ricky stands. Puck now banned out by NiP. Could have been a very good choice here. I like that ban a lot. Puck and Kunkka both in that same territory of catch, hold these team fights together.
Yeah,
Folks
just heroes that enable the Earth Spirit. I mean, Ember's still in, though. Ember's like kind of annoying versus Ricky, but we all know that Smoke Cloud comes out really late now anyway. And people, they're going to ban the Ember themselves. They ban it.
Huh.
That is interesting, because you would tend to think of it as I guess it was still a good Ember game for them, and they pick first.
Yeah, it's true. Ember, Magnus, Ricky with the 5 Prophet, that could have worked. I'm really curious what Alliance want for Limp, though. Like what they're even thinking. I
mean, TA comes to mind. That's like a bit of a back and forth matchup.
Yeah, TA could be cool. Open up Roshan. Not much time left for NiP to make a decision.
100 pesos for 1 hour. 60k lang
ang it's the Shaker.
So, crit Shaker. Charlie on the
1 hour, 600.
Yeah, okay. And then Saber, I can play the mag again. Supreme on the NiP Prophet. Yeah.
Shout out to
So the Grimstroke in the Ricky lane, and then we're going to have the... I guess this guy's a 10, because it's either going to be Magnus or Prophet mid, depending on what Alliance pick, right? Because they probably want to put Nature's Prophet with the Earth Shaker, if I had to guess, because they'll probably give him a better lane than Magnus Shaker. At least easier to execute.
That would be my guess as well.
But more than likely, they're going to have to put the Nature's Prophet mid because of the matchup.
Having trouble coming up with much more than Lena or TA. Storm also came to mind, but he's banned.
Yeah, to me, what are they missing? I mean, we don't really have time to theorize anyway. Some better initiation would be kind of good.
It's Timber again. So is it a mid Earth Spirit? No, it's a mid Timber. Okay. Limp will take the Timber Saw this time, which means it'll be S4 that grabs the Venomancer for Alliance. No surprise that Nico Baby is on the Slark, and Hanskin...
they're still going to put the Magnus mid?
The Earth.
I thought maybe the Timber would be enough to dissuade them.
Looks like they will. Supreme Magnus. So there you go.
How's this going to go? I guess you can jungle.
How is that mid matchup? Yeah, it's one of those, I get that Timber is good against Magnus in general, but with Empower, I think Magnus has enough right click that he can kind of deal with it, and then stacks in the jungle with the AoE.
I mean, the thing I would be worried about is the, has the changes been enough with the double that it's worth anything? Have double Empower on yourself? I feel like you're still just going to be doing a lot of jungling as this Magnus.
Yeah, I think so too.
And if he starts cutting the tower as this Timber, what do you really do?
But, isn't that one of those, with the Empower damage, Supreme can just clear the creep wave so fast that he doesn't even care. He can kill the creep wave and then just run back into the jungle.
Yeah, but then what do you do when Limp goes between the tier 1 and the tier 2? I don't think you can just run up and kill the wave.
At level 5 on Magnus, I think you can. The Empower is pretty serious.
Yeah, I guess I'm thinking more like level 6 and level 7. It feels like the rotations might not be there from some of his allies.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't know how it goes once, level 7, level 8, and things start to break open a little bit.
I would be a little concerned.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
And then we have the Venomancer too, this hero. Probably seeing a lot of him in your pubs too, I would guess. What is up with this net worth chart? Oh, it was all wobbly. Now it's... Okay. I guess it just gets kind of funny at the start.
It's some sort of an issue. I haven't come across Veno so much in my lower pubs, but I guess he's rising in the ranks up there in Immortal.
Yeah, I think he's fairly popular. Seems to be in a lot of the games.
Is it all core Veno, or is there any support Veno? No, he's like a proper core now. Yeah. He needs items. He needs to scale.
Mostly off-lane Aura build.
He's an annoying hero. He's got the bog.
He's actually fallen off a little bit. He's actually only 8%, so not as high as I thought. But his win rate's still really high. It's 53%. So he's one of the higher win rates in Immortal right now.
Era maybe in trouble here. S4 did go Poison Sting level 1 and finally gets it off. Now Era slowed down a little more for this first blood. They will find it. Limp chops down some trees, takes a lot of tower shots.
Killed you.
Let's have to go Whirling Death level 1.
Yeah, he saw the
Handsomely
value.
rewarded.
Went for the stroke. I can appreciate that. All right, Supreme. Well, good luck, my dude. I don't even know who they're going to send it. They might send the Slark mid. Right? If it's Mag? I mean, he maybe bought safe lane items, but that would, I guess maybe there's some
think
concern
it's
with the
just gonna be
skewer
Timber.
plays.
You could probably get away with that, I think.
It would just be all about the skewer, though. And maybe with the double empower, it's actually too much. Because that used to be a thing, right? If they try to send the Mag mid, everyone would just get really greedy with their melee heroes.
Plus 16 at level 1. Tim, he's got such a damage. 67 plus 16 compared to 58 plus 3.
Yeah.
Like, Supreme beats him in damage before the Empower comes out. It's the only...
And he still gets the rage creep denied. Get Whirling Death, son.
Yeah, Limp's going to be happy about that one.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Little battle of the Titans here.
All right, well, because they put the Magnus mid, though, they do get this better lane of the Nature's Prophet and the Earth Spirit. Earthshaker. This is a great hero to have as an Earthshaker player because not only do you have like whole game synergy together with like global stuff and like ganks, but he just gives you so much space in the lane that even though you're kind of a bad laner, it works out. Supreme getting low. It's cool though.
Nico baby getting low. Oh, he's stuck into trees. That was beautiful. Saberlight surrounded him with the Nature's Call treants, and he had nowhere to go. Saberlight now going to try to TP. Close, but does make it. Wow.
Those treants have a lot of time left too. FNG is going to take a lot of damage.
Still live here.
There's a Fisher. Oh no, wrong side.
Oh. Need one more. Pops the salve. Knocks it off, but FNG does live.
And he's into the south. That's still costly.
Great kill for Saberlight.
It's like this never would have happened if I was Bane. Or if I was Undying.
Yeah.
Why'd they ban my hero?
And checking in down bottom. Veno Earth Spirit versus Grimstroke Ricky.
What's up? It's Coach Ron Rizuki with I Love Basketball TV.
Ricky with a slight advantage.
Again, another very strong laner to help out, much like Earthshaker. You love having these very independent heroes that can offer a little bit of roaming capability, but mostly just let you like play the lane, be a real hero.
What's up? It's Coach Ron Rizuki with I Love Basketball.
Nico fine up top.
Your saplings grow strong with the gifts of the earth.
He's got blocked out there, but he'll be good. To the jungle we go. It looks like you were right about this mid matchup. Timber's having a grand old time.
The brightest stars return to the city of Angels.
Like fun. Jungle time for the mag and whatnot. I'm gonna try and pressure him a little bit here.
Up lane, FNG. Nice nightmare, but just buys him a couple of seconds.
Hey, he almost found a way out there. Just too many trees, though.
Dude, Saberlight and Crit, though, they have been playing so well around matching the fissures on top of the tree ends and then getting these surrounds so that they have nowhere to go. It's impressive. They've been able to do it like 2, maybe 3 times in 4 minutes of gameplay.
Mid's a real problem, though, because he lost like 2 of those fights versus him. He doesn't have any regen to keep up and outfight him, and now the entire wave is just hitting the tower while he cuts in between. At least he'll get 4-7 now.
24 and 10 compared to the 20-0 of Magnus, and obviously a lot of his creep kills are on these less valuable neutrals.
Oh, yeah, it's like 800 net worth behind. Big gap.
Wow. At 4 minutes, yeah, that's a huge gap. Crit is going to get that double damage room, but that is another aspect of it. When your mid laner is just jungling to recover, he does have a double stack here. That's something. But
Limp's
that means
coming for it,
Limp should be able to get a lot of rune control, leeches some of this XP. Only level 5. If he had Chakram here, I think Supreme's dead 100%. Does not have enough mana for Skewer.
Yeah, I don't.
Baby does die, but so does Supreme. He walks next to a tree and just gets whirling to death.
He literally just bought his boots and walked him down. That sucks.
Oh, I was watching that though. I saw our observer caught that Slark kill up top. Well done.
Dire's top tower is under
And
attack.
Era also going to take a tumble. Action all over the
Trying to
place
get
here.
aggressive.
S4 low, going to stand his ground. Man up against Charlie. The high five coming out. Stick charges. It's going to be close, but Charlie stunned. Beautifully done by Hanskin. And meanwhile, up top, now Saberlight. He's going to TP home, and he will make it. Chaos all over the map.
So they're going to get 3 of the bounties as well on the side of the lines. Another game starting to spiral a little bit here. Like the kills, I mean, it's not that bad, but I'm starting to look at like what heroes are popping off, and the Timber doing really well. The Ricky, not so much, falling off a little.
Yeah, the net worth chart is scary. That 1K net worth lead is basically the disparity between the mid laners right now. And at 5 minutes, that is certainly cause for concern. They're going to put crit mid so he can at least get some XP and try to hold off the inevitable death of this tower. Supreme level 5, almost has treads.
Yeah, there really was no good solution left because it's not like Prophet like wins the lane versus Timber either. It's just like he has like more
Radiant's
tools,
middle
right?
tower is under
Like has
attack.
range, has the treants to kind of like mess with the creep wave and pull it
He
around.
loses less hard, I would say.
Yes, for sure. But it's like at least on the side lane, you have a chance of winning the lane as the Prophet. So I think that's why they went for this. Unfortunately, he's now in a bit of a pickle here. Level 2 Nightmare, very scary.
And the fact that they killed Nico Baby twice in lane certainly does bode well, but now we're seeing the real turn. Saberlight on the run, TP. Is he going to make it? Looks good. Nicely played. Meanwhile, mid, Limp, putting this siege creep to good use. Timber, not good at pushing towers, but very good at tanking
Radiant's
tower
middle tower
shots so his
is under
siege creep
attack.
can. That's 4 points in reactive, so this is an easy tier 1 tower at 7 minutes.
Yeah, they're
Dire's
glyphing down bottom
structures
too.
are fortified.
But it's not going to be enough to save the catapult as they start to dive Charlie a little bit. As far as holding the point at level 6, maybe seeing if they can consider an ult play.
Kind of a shame we're not going to get to see this Ricky Grimstroke combo do too much. The lane hasn't been that great for them, and big issues elsewhere on the map. Up top, for Saberlight here, they missed the Chakram, TP out, there is a pounce, they found it, but now they need the damage. Saberlight can just do it again, and he will. All right,
Crit,
another
big
good teleport.
Tough spot,
Has
though.
been killed.
And there goes his courier. Hey, I'll still get it, alright.
But there's a double stack here.
Limp going straight for the Vanguard versus a Ricky and a Nature's Prophet.
My tremors travel faster.
Dire's
Potential
middle
setup
tower
onto the
is
Rick.
under attack.
Hanskin misses the roll though. Now TP bottom from crit. And have a go onto S4. Some follow-up perhaps. Grimstroke buffs up crit. That'll be the kill onto S4 that they came for. Pretty nice. Charlie looking to TP and makes it. Crit. Intercepts the roll. But now Era, he's going to be left behind. They still got a couple of
Dire's
potential setup onto the Rick.
under attack.
There will be a 1-for-1. Hanskin misses the roll though. Now TP bottom from crit. And have a go onto S4. Some follow-up perhaps. Grimstroke buffs up crit. That'll be the kill onto S4 that they came for. Pretty nice. Charlie looking to TP and makes it.
He's
Crit.
giving a lot to Limp, sure.
Intercepts the roll. But now Era, he's going to be left behind. They still got a couple of potential setup onto the Rick.
Under attack.
There will be a 1-for-1. Miss. Treads into Echo. Yep, nothing wrong with that. Stock standard. Look at what's FNG doing here. He got some double stacks going. Got 2 triple stack camps. Well, that's nice.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Oh, the best
attack.
team at farming them.
Crit and Saberlight going to be in some trouble. Wrap around from Limp. The carrier has arrived, and they will explode Saberlight.
Scanning.
And they'll surround Crit as well. He is level 6, has the dunk, but Crit knows that there's no turn play here, and he's just going to run for it. Will save the big
Radiant's
cooldown.
bottom tower is under attack.
God, Limp's game is
Dire's
so
middle tower
free.
is under attack. Radiant structures are
Really
fortified.
is.
5,200 net worth.
Radiant's
He
bottom
is so
tower
far
is
ahead
under
right now.
attack.
Bottom lane, pressure on the tier 1 tower. TP coming in from the Prophet. They found him. Was trying to be sneaky into trees, but they seem to have sniffed it out. Magnetize. Big reaction from NiP. They're going to get Hanskin. 4 heroes down here in the bottom lane.
All right, kind of worked. A little bit of a baited turnaround.
Space creation, though, for that top lane.
I deserve this.
Yes, they got the kill, but Lions farming a little bit more.
It's looking a lot like last game in that regard.
Yeah.
So last time they weren't really getting the kills, I suppose. So at least they got that going from this time on NiP.
Yeah, but I also feel like this situation right now is very reminiscent of a lot of the Ricky games that we've cast, where it's 10 minutes, he's not even close to defusal, and you almost feel like you want to start fighting or showing up at some of these skirmishes, especially with the Grimstroke, but you can't really kill anything without that first item, and it's just hard. You have to weather the
Radiant's
storm.
top tower is under attack.
Charlie jumps in onto Bane and gets the
Should be
Inkswell. That'll be a first kill. Very nice.
They don't really have a counterplay to
Second
that.
kill?
Yeah, right? Like, if he just commits onto someone, they're pretty dead.
Especially Bane or Venno.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Inkswell's
under
brutal.
attack.
And speaking of Venno down bottom, S4. Like, just look at the mini-map right now. Very clumpy. You got Alliance with 4 heroes in all 3
Radiant's
lanes.
bottom tower has fallen.
And then you got NiP with 5 heroes clumped up in their own jungle. And they might try a smoke play here, so they are going to look for a rotation. But every minute that goes by, Alliance is just getting more out of the map. Stopping by the pit.
I'll take that.
Leading with Charlie.
Oh, there's their hero.
Radiant's top tower
They
is
can kill
under
Nico
attack.
here. This would be huge. He's going to go into this big stack. Perfect timing. Gets off the ult, though. The dunk.
I
They've
mean,
got it.
that could not have gone any better.
Yep, they cleared out the stack, too. That was pretty perfect.
Dire's middle tower.
And now
is
the
under
punishment.
attack.
Crit. He's going to be in trouble, and they've got the setup onto Era. Crit will fall first. Now the turn onto the other support. And, okay. Could have gone a little better. Still very good. They get the stack and the Slark, but Alliance do respond.
Yeah, instant counter smoke as well, as they have the grip, so they're looking for their own big carry target. They're going to find Supreme. I don't think they have the damage. Oh, with Magnetize.
Find out. Both ults, Magnetize, Fiend's Grip, Limp is coming in. I think with Limp, they've got this pretty easy. And yeah, they do.
Yeah, Limp and S4 just slowly closing out. I mean, you have so much time to get there when you have Fiend's Grip, right? I mean, there's even Nightmare for backup just in case, so.
Yep.
Unless they're going to TP rotate from NiP, he's just gone.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Nico
Radiant's
getting
top
close to
tower
his
is
Echo
under
Saber.
attack.
Man, Slark has boring level 10 talents. 9 strength or 6 agi. Wow.
Wowzers.
How exciting.
Radiant's
Mid
top
lane,
tower has
FNG. Nice setup there. Era going to grab it with the stroke. They want the punishment, though. Charlie trying to make it out, but Silence TP. Yule's
Limp
there
finished the
just in
Yules.
time. Now trying to jump forward. They do put the Inkswell onto him. Still a lot of damage coming his way, and Charlie will not survive. Era with a bold TP. That won't work either.
You're down.
I admit nothing but my sadness that you're gone.
Yeah. That's another good voice line. Crit now, wandering his way down bottom. No ulti, set up by Limp. The Shaker might find himself in a world of hurt.
Oh, nice roll. Didn't think he was going to get him there.
Knock him back in. And another layup for Lintz. Limp, 7-0-2 on the Timbersaw. Hey, Trent, is Echo Saber first, the new build on Slark?
Dire's top
That's the OD
tower
Pixel
is under
build.
attack.
I mean, I've seen it in a couple games now. It's interesting how this hero's evolved. Like, it was all Shadow Blade for a while, then we were seeing this Diffusal first Slark for a while, and I guess with this changes to Silver Edge, Echo Saber feels less like a sunk cost item. It actually builds into something, so that's good.
Yeah, I still see Diffusal sometimes, and I also still see Midas too. Like, some people are trying that out as well. I think we're in a bit of a, jumping around mode.
Yep. New patch, new meta. But it is cool now that Echo Saber builds into something and has a use, because for heroes like Slark, not only is the double attack really good with Essence Shift, but it gives you insanely good stats. It is everything you want. Maybe a little Agi on there would be cool, but...
Bonk, bonk, bonk. That is what you sound like.
All right,
if you want to get real
Echo
crazy,
Saber.
you can do even disassemble stuff, but he's not doing that.
And now be disassembled.
You could do Halberd, you disassemble for the Ogre Act, and then back into like an Orchid or something.
Oh, wow, that's efficient.
We'll get
Now,
real crazy.
Limp,
They don't need crazy,
Lot
though.
of
They
stun.
need this kill is what they need, and they got him.
and they get him. Very nice. Profit coming in, looking for more. S4 may be low, but now Nico Baby's here.
Dire's top tower is under
Fissure breaks things up a little bit. Nico Baby in pretty deep. Very much committed to this kill. Does have the ulti. Drops it and gets the reset. Shaker already used the dunk. Supreme also in trouble. This Magnetize doing a lot of work. And NiP getting close to cleaned up here. Charlie isolated now. Not going to be able to find these kills. Inkswell not going to do it for him either. It's a 1 for 4. Soon to be 5. Era. Unzo.
That's one of those moments where you're just like, didn't we kill him under our tower? Like, why did we fight out after that?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of one of those, like, everyone just needs to leave. However you can get out, just try and get out now.
Yeah, the first kill was great, and then it just evolved from there as they got deeper into the jungle and further from their own tower. It still feels like this Ricky just can't do that much. Like, he still doesn't have Diffusal.
Saberlight might be in trouble down bottom.
Yep, Nico Baby chasing him down. Pounce. It is available,
He
but
has a TP in his
he'll
inventory.
teleport straight away. Yeah. All right. I'll let it go. 9 to 18, 9K net worth lead. Alliance with a strong favor.
And again, S4 just slain at this game.
SAPPHIRE.
So much pressure between the two matches from the Timber and now the Venomancer.
And look at that. He went back for a Midas. So now S4, #1 on net worth, maintaining the tempo.
His talents are crazy good later in the game. His level 10 ones aren't that good, especially compared to his skills. So that's why you skip it. But I think like his 15 and 20s are both really nice.
Yep. The 5 seconds on Poison Nova at level 20 is a crazy breakpoint for the hero. Because that's when you remember that BKB doesn't dispel Poison Nova, and making Poison Nova last for 23 seconds will outlast a BKB by a pretty big margin.
Radiant's
That
bottom
talent
tower is
is
under attack.
so sick. Free tower down
Radiant
bottom.
structures are fortified.
They will glyph it.
Dire's
Maybe some
structures
TPs to
are
mount the
fortified.
defense. Dire counter glyph.
And that is one thing they have going for them is that they don't have the best tower pushing on the
Radiant's
side of
bottom
Alliance.
tower is under attack.
They kind of have like need the catapult to really do
Dire's
much.
top tower is under attack.
Or two
It's-
heroes just sitting here like this.
It's true, but they're far enough ahead that NiP are kind of afraid to contest, and they're going to end up trading a tier 1 for a tier 2, it looks like.
Yeah, but at least it's giving them space, right? Like you shouldn't even be getting a trade right now against a lot of lineups. If they had like any like really good tower pusher.
Well, they'll find Supreme in the mid lane, set up from Hanskin, and he gets evaporated. I think this is also the most farmed on this Radiant team by a pretty good margin. Scary that they were able to kill him that quickly.
Yeah, the Veil. Seeing this a lot on the Earth Spirits as well.
Radiant's bottom tower
Great
is
item.
under
Now
attack.
Era, he's going to get rolled on. Charlie drops the silence, trying to do
Here
what
we go.
he can. NiP starting to turn this. They will kill Hanskin. Limp in the front line. Nico Baby here. He gets silenced straight away, but does still kill Saberlight. Era on the run. NiP in full retreat now. There's only 3 left. Make it 2. Poison Nova now connects. This Ricky going to be in a world of hurt. Tricks of the trade. Looking for the target onto Crit. Then Crit blinks away. And now Charlie's got no options. They don't have any detection, but he is going to die from the dots, it looks like.
Wait, no want.
Stick.
I think he's good.
He's good. He's good.
Could have HP
They ran out
regen.
of detection.
Yeah, that was a sick play from Crit to hang back for a second so we get that blink strike out of there too. That would have been very dangerous.
Oh, still good for Alliance, but NiP minimizing their losses there for sure.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They need a big smoke RP play.
Yeah, we're getting into Hail Mary type territory here.
Yeah. I thought it was good that Crit also didn't use the dunk on the two heroes. Like, because he knew they were going to get the one kill and the dunk was kind of pointless and he has blink that he wants to flex it with. Like right now.
Big RP. This could be the beginning of a turn. FNG, Hanskin both dead. The follow-up dunk. They get Nico. Crit does end up going down. S4 here by himself without an ult.
He Midas the small bird in a panic.
Well, it happens. Okay, well, what was that about an RP?
Has blink that he wants to flex it with. Like right now.
Did it.
Holding that echo, right? That was nice too.
Yep.
Making sure he didn't burn in that last fight.
Saved it for the opportune moment.
It's still a journey to get back. There's no doubt. Like that's not just gonna like win you the game or anything. That's only about a 1400 swing, but it's a start.
It makes a dent in their percent chance to win. This went from 5% to 10%, so
Oh, double it up, baby.
big percentage gains here. I know with the Hurricane Pike. It always feels good when you're positioned like this on Veno, where you're pretty farmed, you have a decent XP. It's like all you need to do is live. And that's why Midas is so good on this hero, because you benefit so much from the levels. As soon as you get to level 3 Poison Nova, the better.
It also just kind of has weird itemizations too, where there's like a lot of stuff you want, and a lot of it's like small items too. I don't know. That was kind of a weird hero in that way.
Yeah, I would agree.
And as for like, he didn't go for an aura build, for example, this game, right? He's gone like actual kind of like right click, adding some additional damage.
Pike Halberd. Yeah, so it's this well-rounded. He's got a lot of utility. He's very tanky. He's also somewhat mobile.
It is weird that they have 0 auras though. The only aura they have is Veil. So I guess they have 1 aura, but it's basically just basking.
Here we go, set up in the top lane. Slark getting low. It looks pretty good for NiP, but they can't finish him off. Crit, on the other hand, he might be the target that goes down, and now the return onto Ricky. Nico baby still healthy, and it's going to be NiP that lose 2. A double for Limp.
Trying to like slow the game down by just like forcing up these side lanes, but getting punished like that's really going to hurt. They need to keep buying more time for the Magnus and the Ricky with the Nature's Prophet too. Just like pushing those side lanes. The Ricky's just so far behind.
The Grimstroke combo was not enough in this one.
I mean, he just didn't get a lane to play either. They got
Hey everyone, my name is Murray. Welcome to the video. Just got off holiday, so we're
certainly one of the things that Veno brings to the table. Very good laner.
I think if you're Alliance now, you probably just start thinking things like, okay, when do we want to do Roche? When do we want to go high ground? Let's save the Aegis until then. Or do we like Roche right now, clean up the towers, and then get the Aegis and the cheese for high ground? Since our push is like kind of bad. The thing is, they don't want to give a Roche fight because it's just one of those situations where NiP's actually better than them.
RP and Roche is pretty scary. Supreme down bottom, speaking of RP, does have it available, but silence and too much damage.
They have a lot of AoE damage inside of Alliance, but they actually don't have any AoE control. They just have like Gale and like Chakram and stuff to like slow. Whereas like, I mean, they have like rolling boulder or whatever.
It cuts both ways, right? NiP have way better burst if they catch you with their RP Echo Slam combo. But Alliance have some like if you hit 5 heroes with Poison Nova and 5 heroes with Magnetize, damn.
Yeah, it's all damage over time for them, for sure.
Yeah. So I could see a Roche fight going okay for Alliance if they could dance around with Limp in the pit and kind of bait it and get them to clump up.
You know, Nika maybe still doesn't have a Dispel either. So if he messes up the Dark Pact or just doesn't get caught by gets caught by this Orchid, that's a possibility for them.
Yeah, he's gonna go for Scotty.
Radiant's
third
middle
item.
tower is under attack.
Alliance pretty deep in enemy territory right now, limiting space for NiP to farm, trying to finish off more towers.
Hanskin's been waiting down bottom for this. And he's going to see that Saberlight's here. He might make the call for them to rotate.
Patience from Hanskin right now.
Yeah, seriously.
Hands off the keyboard.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, meanwhile, in the top lane, Alliance are looking like they'll get a free tower.
And I'll take a S4 to the tier 2, so they're saving their tier 1 teleport. If Saberlight crosses here, he dies. And he is not taking that risk.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I mean, I guess they're only showing 3 heroes at that top tower, so maybe a little sus in the bottom lane.
Oh, don't do it, Saberlight. Don't do it. Now S4 is going to show.
S4 is a core, not nearly as patient. He's like, dude, I'm missing last hits here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Charlie's gone way in back here.
Yeah, he's at least got the defusal now.
Ooh, and FND bought a gem. Okay, so that could be a nice pick off if they could snag that. They're now smoking up. They're going to go up top. Maybe try and do a loop before Roche. They're not bringing Supreme, though. He shockwaves that top wave, so he's a bit far back. Now, Crit's going to find Nico Baby, but just by himself.
And Nico Baby far enough back that this isn't going to be the easiest gank. They're going to have to commit pretty deep into the jungle. Well, Nico Baby, he's going to walk up. Uh-oh, he walks right into the danger zone. See you later, Nico Baby.
God, Crit is like stone cold, man. How do you not dunk there? I would just be so scared that he's going to somehow get out.
Saberlight has the BKB, going to show it off here.
Come on and slam.
This could be a bad fight for Alliance. They'll drop the RP to get 1. Now the dunk on the other side connects on 2. Follow up Soulbind. Alliance in big trouble. S4 limp in deep. Buybacks coming though. Alliance now have 5 back on the board. They turn onto the Ricky. So far these buybacks worth it. Let's see if they can get more. Supreme in big trouble. He's going to fall next.
Radiant's
They do get 2 big core kills. A little costly for Alliance.
Yeah, Crit went for the risky rune snags too. But he'll get out.
It is still a net worth gain for Alliance. Maybe not.
And they should Roche now, right?
Showing 1 buyback.
Middle tower is under attack.
Like once you buy back like that, win a fight, you just immediately go to the pit.
Especially when you know RP, Dunk, and the Grimstroke ult all on cooldown. Yeah, this is the play.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Nico wants a BKB.
Yeah, that solves everything, right? The only thing it doesn't solve is RP.
He had the Scotty queued up, and now he's just chilling with this ultimate orb like, yeah, maybe you guys were right. Magic Immunity is pretty good.
Yeah.
Scanning.
It's one of those situations where, like, they would have had to burn the Echo Slam, for example, if he had BKB there. Like, that's why I was kind of freaking out. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe he's not. But then I look at his items, like, you know what? He actually can't do anything. Like, usually you think of Slark as being super slippery, but he can't really get out of the smoke cloud. And if he can't get out of the smoke cloud, he's got no defensive options other than halberding.
Yeah, smoke cloud is a big cherry on top to make that easy without BKB for sure. And Charlie is going to work on a BKB of his own, but still pretty far away. This Ricky, still very much in poverty mode. He's about on par net worth-wise with this just in Earth Spirit. Yeah, he sure is. He has a lot of support inbound too. They'll find the Shaker off to the side. And now Limp is so tanky, he can just entertain this back line while the rest of his team tries to bring down Crit. They will. Supreme finds the kill on FNG. A 1-for-1 so far as Ricky tries to make it out. TP, not going to happen. Soulbind, no follow-up there. BKB TP from Supreme. It's a full retreat. And ends up being a 1-for-2. They lose their position 1 again.
Is he their position 1, though?
Well, he'd like to be.
He's doing his best. He's trying.
It's not a very convincing cosplay, though.
Hey, Limp went for the strength this game, not the CDR like we saw previously from S4.
Ooh. Well, to be fair, he is playing frontliner extreme, as we saw in that fight. Yeah. He is in there. So at least putting that strength to good use.
And there's extra value with the Vanguard too, right? The damage block.
Oh, Era doing a good job finding a path in the tree line. TP out. Yule's Scepter.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nice free kill there for Limp. 14-1-5.
Boom, boom, boom. That is what you
Dire's
sound
middle
like.
tower has been denied.
Another big smackdown here in game number 2. RPE though, Echo Slam, it is possible, but every time they feel like they almost have a chance of winning a team fight, they just don't get enough trades out of it, or they just immediately lose a fight right after.
Yeah, back down to the 2% win rate for NiP, as predicted by Dota Plus. There is a BKB on Magnus, and he'll just TP without using the BKB. Bane was there anyway with... Oh, Fiend's Grip was on cooldown. Now he's going to be forced to use the BKB. No skewer, and Fiend's Grip has cooled down. Oh, Supreme. That's a big-time bummer there.
Yeah, I get it, though.
I get it, too. It's like you don't want to be greedy. It's one of those, you died anyway, you used your BKB anyway.
Radiant's
Play it
middle
safe.
tower is under
Now they get
attack.
Grimstroke, and no buyback on the Magnus either. So, a lot of pressure coming from this
He's
push.
got buyback now.
Okay, there it
Takes
is.
into it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Okay, so still a potential hold to be made. They've got the big ults, the dunk, the RP.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, but they're not coming
Dire's
back.
bottom tower.
Remember
Radiant's
Aegis on
middle
Slark,
tower
though.
Has fallen.
And a 10-second BKB. So
Radiant's
even if they
middle
dunk him,
barracks are under attack.
dare I say, so what? That one's from Ricky. He gets disarmed right away. There's the dunk. He gets silenced. No follow-up RP. Magnus holding the buyback. Crit will use his, though. Nico Baby moving in. Now all the buybacks come from NiP. They will get Han Skin. No RP yet, though. Good Yules. Supreme struggling to get on a target. On the back line, Charlie trying to jump on the Veno, but just doesn't have the damage. And now Supreme might die back. Has to BKB. RP's solo limp. If they turn this kill, it could be huge. Limp getting very low. Slark coming in. Limp does go down. They're also going to get the Slark's Aegis.
Yeah, I think Nico maybe just needed to die before. He tried to reset, but they had too much vision, so he never got his HP back.
Yeah, he's got spider legs. Maybe he can get out.
Radiant's
Kills the
middle
Embrace.
barracks are under attack.
Alliance looking for a retreat, but now Prophet's here. Ricky as well.
Doing this?
They might get S4.
Radiant's middle barracks are
Cure
under
him back up, and they will. Oh, another one of these moments where it is advantageous for Alliance, but very messy. 3 buybacks used, 4 buybacks used, so a costly hold for NiP, but they do stay in the game.
That.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no Aegis or somebody to claim, as they were obviously burning the one that Slark had, but that's a lot of XP that you basically bought with buybacks, right?
Yeah.
That was like a 10k XP game for them. Mind you, it's still a 1% win chance, but still, the XP, the value.
The value. I mean, that was about as good as it could get for NiP, though.
Yeah, some fortunate situations there with like the Slark not being able to regen out there, and then the Timber just under the tier 4s.
I thought RPing the solo Timber was going to be a game-losing play, and it's like, all right, I get it. He's about to die back anyway, so better just use the RP and try to live. And I underestimated his survivability, or overestimated it, rather. Crit, he's going to be the target of choice. Fiend's Grip, that'll lock him down. Now NiP, they might be in too deep. BKB, TP from Saberlight. He makes it out, but Era not going to be so lucky. Charlie with a regular TP, but they don't have the detection. Instead, they're focused on Supreme. There's his BKB. They've already used the Fiend's Grip, so no interrupt. Oh, they've got a gem on Bane. I'm sorry, they did have detection.
Good job targeting the Earthshaker though, because he was the one that actually had ulti. They do have the RP back now though,
Radiant's bottom
and in combination with the
tower is
Ricky,
under attack.
you can do something, but you're gonna need the Grimstroke first.
The high ground we go. No
there we go.
buybacks on the 2 dead
Well,
heroes.
that's
A good skewer. Does not RP at this time, and instead Saberlight getting dove. He'll be brought down. No buybacks. Stuck in the grave, 77.
Yeah, he saw the HP from the Bloodstone and was like, yeah, that's not worth it.
Tower is under attack.
Very unlikely we kill him. So Soulbine's up. The RP got
Radiant's
it.
bottom barracks are under attack.
Potential final hold coming out of NiP pretty soon. They've got the dunk. They've got the RP.
Has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks.
Now, do Alliance back up, or do they just go top and get the Megas? I think they might be able to just go for the Megas.
Yeah, I don't think they need to leave. Although there's actually no creeps coming.
Profit.
So
that's true. Backdoor is going to kick in relatively soon.
And Charlie's cutting mid too.
Radiant's top tower.
Oh, and they have a repair kit. Yeah, they might as well just leave, unless they're just going to dive them and kill them all.
I thought mid lane was pushing in, but that wave's also going to get stopped. Oh yeah, they will be forced back.
NiP are big believers in themselves, it would seem. Is Charlie's going to get a courier, maybe? Oh, maybe not. Oh, yeah.
Courier has been
But they have the on-sentry combo. Oh, no.
And there's also a gem on Bane, so they are in good shape to punish this Riki, and boy, do they. Charlie down, no buyback. It's a minute and a half. No position one.
Yeah, he actually still doesn't have a BKB, so he gets hit by the 6.5 second silence of Hanskin, and that's it.
Yeah, you're just done. Well, it is officially 100% win probability on Dota Plus.
Oh, that means they have a chance now. That's better than 1%. I'd rather have 0, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There's some meme value there. Oh, he got caught. And bottom.
Oh, profit. Well, can't blame him.
Nice.
BKB, TP out. Slark does not have a basher. Saberlight lives. Whoa, very nice.
That spread was some pretty good space.
Lions just waiting it out. Not too eager to close things. Still no Roche. He will be up in 10 seconds, though. Oh, maybe something Alliance have been waiting for. I don't know if they actually need it.
I don't think so. But, you know, safety first.
I guess so. Seatbelts, engage.
It's only cheese, so nothing exciting, unfortunately.
But they've got the Octarine core on the Timber. Oh, it's Saberlight, and this time he does not have a BKB. Still on cooldown from that last attempt.
And he led them right past that ward. 245. Man, wards are worth a lot of money at this point. That's crazy. Buy a gem, guys. That's insane. Pays for itself.
Yeah, dewarding is stupidly satisfying. And don't forget, you can deny your own wards now, guys. If you're at position 5 and you know that they know where your ward is, just kill it.
Kill that sucker.
Just kill it. Because it gives a shitload of XP, too. That's one of the best feelings when you're like a hard 5 and you deward something. Like, that was a hero kill.
S4 gets the Aegis. Oh, wow. He's making sure he's getting off that ulti, I suppose.
Yeah. Say normally I'd be like, all right, Venom's one of the squishier ones, but not really. He's got Solar Crest, Halberd, Hurricane Pike, and now a Spell Prism. That's pretty good on Veno.
I like that with the Gale. But he sends it off. He doesn't want it.
Under attack.
He knows it's too good on Timber.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he takes the Nether Shaw instead. Well, buyback Sparks for the Radiant. They don't have any. So no second chances here. Riki and Magnus both have theirs cooling down. Saberlight pops that BKB. This repair kit putting in work right now. It is slowing down the push. There's the glyph. Saberlight in trouble though. RP comes out, does connect on 2, but where's the follow-up? Crit can't get in there for the dunk. The Blink Dagger keeps getting broken.
What a bash.
We're going to spread out now, but Riki in trouble. Supreme dies. Buyback is available there, but Riki doesn't have it. Now Grimstroke falls. He pops that buyback immediately. The dunk doesn't do much, and GG does get called. Alliance do manage to close it out. Takes them 40 minutes, but they take another convincing win.
Oh, my game crashed. Well, anyway,
good.
Guess don't have the graphs open as the game ends, maybe. I think as I was checking on the graph at 7 minutes or so, or at some point, they did have a very brief lead in either XP or gold. I couldn't tell before my game crashed. But other than that, that was only for about like 30 seconds. Alliance led in both categories for the entire series. Pretty brutal.
Yeah, I'm looking at that graph, and it looks like the win probability was positive there. 15 minutes. Gold and XP were like, I mean, maybe plus 200.
Yeah.
That was all Alliance. Yeah, you're 100% right. Very, very convincing series. Good drafting and good execution. You said it a few times that game, but I don't know if I've ever seen Limp have more of a free game than that. I mean, that was just, hey, I am alone in the mid lane for 10 minutes. Who wants to go gank some heroes?
Were really good. And NiP got what I think they wanted. I think they wanted that like Mag Grimstroke Ricky, but they still just couldn't make it work. The mid Mag just got obliterated. Like he was still the highest net worth, sure, but he gave freedom to an enemy Timbersaw. Yeah. And so I don't know if that was the play to like give him that lane and then go back for a different like setup and everything. So very well found out by Alliance though in both matches. They made the game very easy for themselves.
Yeah.
So that means that they're going to play Na'Vi, who won our first series of the day. That'll be our matchup for tomorrow. That'll be our first game of the day.
Aha! Yeah. All right. So yeah, we're just going in order here. Yep. So very good. Na'Vi versus Alliance. That'll be exciting. The old El Clasico, of course. I don't think any of the same players except S4. So that's exciting. Maybe we'll see a Dream Coil.
And then to follow that, it'll be VP versus NiP, I believe, in terms of the lower bracket match. So we'll just kind of keep this. We'll get to see all these teams again.
I think so. That sounds about right. Still 2 more best of 3s coming up today, folks. We've got OG versus Viking GG as our next heat. And then the final series will be Team Nigma versus Fly to Moon.
Yes, and that game has some spice. All right. But you guys got to stick around for Viking GG and OG because I'm sure you've all seen the banter. You know, they know Viking GG are coming in with the hugest ego possible to try and out-ego OG. And this is stick around and see if they can do it.
This is first series with Seb back on OG, right? So this is like, there's a lot to prove. This is following the announcement. Seb coming in for Sumail. There's a lot on the line here, and we all know Viking GG is hungry for a win. So stick around, folks. B-Cop and Mofora coming up next. Trent and I will be back tomorrow morning. Yep. Same coverage. We'll be doing the first 2 series. B-Cop and Mo got the second 2 every day. Then on that last day, we're switching it. We're on the finals. They're doing the lower bracket finals, best of 3 beforehand. So stick around, commercial break, and then a lot more Dota 2 coming your way after this break.